Comfort.
A Russian guy was out hiking when he unexpectedly came across a Siberian tiger and somehow managed to snap a photo of it.
Идешь. Ходишь. Смотрит.
He stood still, locked in a quiet standoff with the massive tiger. After a brief pause, the tiger slowly walked away, disappearing into the wilderness. Encounters like this are incredibly rare, with only around 400 of these majestic animals left in the wild. An eerie yet unforgettable moment. Ashley had just moved into a peaceful family home, but things quickly took a turn for the worse. Soon after moving in, she started hearing strange noises at night, and her cats began acting oddly. To figure out what was going on, she set up security cameras in the areas with the most activity, and this is what she caught.
So I'm a little freaked out. I've been off work for about an hour, and I'm just trying to watch a movie, and every time I start the movie, I hear knocking upstairs. So I turned on the camera and I started to record it, and it did pick it up, but it's the point that Coco keeps looking towards the stairs. And it's freaking me out. Like, I don't want to go upstairs now, but here's what I caught.
The cameras later picked up something truly terrifying inside the guest room.
No one was in the closet. So sometimes I come up here and the closet door is like this. Now, there could be explanations to that, but I came up here because I got a notification on my camera that there was movement. So that's why I came up here and checked the closet. But no one is in the closet. Coco just went in there because, again, she's obsessed with going in closets. I keep this as my extra spare closet, which is random, to be honest, like pillows, blankets, things like that. But Coco doesn't really seem scared of a lot of things, especially if it's going to let her into a closet. Like, she loves it. She loves to be in places she's not supposed to be. So she's already thinking of ways she can climb. Also, I did check to make sure there's no crawl spaces, like any attic entrances, and there's not. Yeah, so sometimes Coco does look into this room, freaks me out, but again, if it has anything to do with a closet, she's all for it. She loves to be in a closet. It's so weird. Coco, you're not afraid, are you? Coco, are you afraid? She's not, but no one in the closet.
In her last update, Ashley revealed her decision. She chose to unplug the camera. A woman was relaxing at home when something unusual caught her eye. A painting on the wall started gently swinging back and forth, as if pushed by an unseen hand. There were no open windows or vents nearby, and everything else stayed completely still. Feeling a growing sense of supernatural unease, she grabbed her phone to record the strange activity.
I thought I saw the picture move. Oh my God, I did see it move. What was that? Oh my God. Oh, this gave me the chills. Oh man. Okay. Pots and pans moving. What is that? Why are the pots and pans moving? Oh my God.
The painting kept swinging back and forth like some invisible hands were moving it. Feeling nervous, she headed into the kitchen and froze. The pots and pans hanging overhead were swaying too, like something unseen was messing with them. Then, out of nowhere, something fell off the table with a loud crash. She was totally alone. No earthquake, nothing that made sense, just the creepy feeling that something evil was in the house. Ever since, she's kept her camera close and the lights on all night, dreading that whatever it was might come back. Could this really be a haunting? Or is there some other explanation lurking in the shadows? What would you do if this happened in your home? This guy was just working near a wall when something unexpected happened. Out of nowhere, a boiler pipe burst, blasting through the concrete like it was nothing. It missed him by just inches. One step to the side, and he would have been impaled. He was left in shock, realizing just how close he came to losing his life. A woman named Kathy had experienced paranormal activity in her home for years. She had grown somewhat accustomed to the strange events, but occasionally something so frightening happens that it still sends chills down her spine. One day, while washing dishes, Kathy was shocked when a box suddenly shot out of the cabinet. The sudden, forceful movement made her jump and run from the room in fear. When the footage is slowed down, there's still no clear explanation for how or why the box was thrown with such power. Could this be another instance of a haunting? Or is there a logical explanation for this unsettling event? Lizzie, who loved going on remote hikes, had heard plenty of creepy stories about the Appalachian Mountains. Curious, she and her friend Alexandria decided to rent a quiet cabin by the woods. But around 2 a.m. that night, they were suddenly woken up.
Mike.
From outside, they suddenly heard someone shouting, "Auda," Spanish, calling for help. Then just moments later, the sound of gunshots rang out. They stayed completely still, remembering the warnings they'd heard before. But the question lingered. Should they have called for help, or were they right to follow the unspoken rules of the Appalachian Trail and remain silent? These videos come from the Haunted One 136, run by Tammy G from Texas, who calls herself a paranormal investigator. Unlike most, Tammy isn't only focused on other people's hauntings. She's been dealing with her own for years. She says a dark presence has followed her since childhood, and no matter where she goes, it never leaves. Over time, she's captured dozens of eerie moments on her home security cameras. What makes her case stand out is not just the amount of activity, but that others have witnessed it too. Tammy's bedroom door moves on its own while she's asleep. In the following clips, even more strange activity is captured on camera. A piece of silverware suddenly drops onto a plate, startling the dog. In another clip from the bathroom, a flower shifts unnaturally before falling into the sink. On a different day, a camera records a cupboard door swinging open on its own, sending something crashing to the floor. Yet another time, a flower slides off the kitchen counter with no clear cause. But the most unsettling moment was still to come. One night, while Tammy slept, her cameras captured something far creepier. In Tammy's bedroom, a white figure appears and moves around as she sleeps, with her completely unaware. In another clip, though faint, a shadow can be seen shifting on camera. After sharing numerous recordings online, many of her followers are convinced the activity is genuinely paranormal. Tammy also believes she's being haunted, even stating in her bio, "Here sharing my haunting." But what do you think? Could Tammy really be haunted, or is something else going on? This clip shows a lineman working on high-voltage power lines, wearing special gloves and protective gear designed to protect him from thousands of volts. The sparks aren't electrocution. They're tiny electrical arcs caused by small gaps and rapid shifts, like a super-fast tug-of-war happening 60 times a second. Without his gloves, he wouldn't have a chance. While biking through the forest, a man went through a truly terrifying experience.
Ce piège de fou là! Non mais regardez-moi ça! Attends, parce que sinon je me le prenais dans la gorge.
Someone had rigged a booby trap along the trail. The big mystery is, why? Some think he might have accidentally crossed onto private property, and the trap was meant to scare bikers off, which is unsettling no matter how you look at it. Others believe it was staged just to make a viral video, but not everyone buys that explanation. Honestly, hopefully that's true, because it wouldn't be the first time something this disturbing has happened. One night, a man was chilling at home, playing video games while his cat casually wandered around. Everything seemed completely normal, until his security camera recorded something that just doesn't make any sense and stretches the limits of what we thought was possible.
What the f*** happened?
In the video, the coat mysteriously falls to the floor, but what happens next is even stranger. As it lands, a second cat, identical to the first, suddenly appears from under it and darts away, leaving the original cat clearly spooked. The house is completely locked. No open doors, no windows. How do you explain this? Was it a glitch in reality, or a ghost playing tricks as a feline? Whatever the explanation, one thing's certain, that ghostly cat's nap was anything but normal. In China, a young boy was caught in a fast-moving river, and within seconds, a passerby jumped in to try to save him. Despite the powerful current, the man got to the boy just in time and brought him safely back to shore. A life was saved in an instant. Just think about what might have happened if he hadn't acted. A TikTok user named Daniel had a chilling experience while working his hospital shift. He came face to face with something paranormal that he still can't explain.
This door keeps on opening and closing. Like, there's nobody here. I'm not doing the sensor, but it keeps on opening and closing. And I'm alone.
While Daniel was walking alone down the dim hospital corridors, delivering medication, two big metal doors started creaking open and slamming shut on their own. He froze, watching it happen over and over. There were no staff members around, no movement, and nothing that could have triggered the motion sensors. Could this have been a restless spirit wandering the halls? Or is there another explanation lurking in the shadows? What would you have done in his place? Fireballs were spotted streaking across the southeastern skies of the U.S., but in Williamston, South Carolina, a man named Mint Murphy witnessed something far stranger right outside his own home. When he stepped outside, this is what he saw.
About 2 foot in diameter. And that's the hole in my driveway. All right.
A massive chunk of debris had torn right through the roof over his driveway, and what landed beneath the hole left Murphy completely stunned. At first, he didn't even dare get close, unsure if it was toxic or dangerous. Thankfully, no one was injured. On July 3rd, 2025, two different people in California managed to capture something really bizarre in the sky, footage that quickly stirred up debate online.
Look at that streak across the sky, y'all. It's 2:48 in the morning. What the is that? This is a long streak across the sky here at 2:48 a.m.
People are now calling it the Rainbow Bridge. In both recordings, a glowing arc of multicolored light stretches high across the sky. And the strangest part is, they were filmed from completely different locations. With no official explanation so far, the big question remains, was this just a rare natural phenomenon, or something far more mysterious? A man kept hearing odd noises under his house, so he decided to investigate. At first, he was startled to see balloons neatly lined up, but then glowing eyes appeared in the back. Unsure what the creature was and too scared to approach, he shared the footage online. No one knows for sure what it was. It could be an animal, or something far more frightening. What's your guess? A man shared this clip on Instagram after a chilling experience one night. As he was about to head into his bedroom, he began hearing odd noises, footsteps creaking through the house. Even though he was alone, thinking someone might have broken in, he pulled out his phone to record proof for the police. But what he ended up capturing on camera was far more disturbing than just a burglar. In the mirror's reflection, a face with long dark hair can be seen staring straight at the man. What makes it especially eerie is that the mirror was angled to reflect directly back at him, meaning the figure should have been standing right behind him, or, impossibly, inside the mirror itself. Startled, he quickly turned around to check, but no one was there, just space where the figure should have been. So what did his camera actually capture? Was it a spirit, a demon, or something else entirely that only appeared in the reflection? A family was in their apartment, aware that a professional free climber would be scaling their building that day. They waited, eager to see the daring climb, and they got their chance.
Whew.
The young climber scaled the glass tower using only chalked hands and climbing shoes, no ropes, no harness. Watching from their apartment, the family was terrified to see just how dangerous it looked up close. Thankfully, he made it up and down safely, but not everyone attempting such climbs has been so fortunate. No matter the training, it's always a risky challenge. A group went camping deep in the woods, recording the night as they normally would. Laughter rang out around the campfire, but when they later looked back at the footage, they spotted something unusual. In one shot, as the camera moves across the group, a shadowy figure suddenly appears, sliding through the frame. It drifts past the fire before fading into the darkness, completely unseen by those present. Some dismiss it as a simple lens flare, while others are convinced it's something far more disturbing. What do you think? A man filmed this video while staying alone at his girlfriend's apartment. The story behind it makes it especially tragic. Only a few days earlier, their close friend Dylan had died suddenly in an accident. He was supposed to visit for the boyfriend's birthday, a plan they'd all been excited about, but that visit never happened. The girlfriend had been the last to see Dylan in the hospital before he passed. Not long after, while she was at her mother's house, her boyfriend was alone in the apartment when strange, unexplainable things began occurring.
Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. This... All right. Do it again. Do it again. Okay. Shadow? Shadow? Where is it?
The bedroom door starts opening and closing by itself. The man calls out, "Do it again," and the door slowly opens wider. When he repeats the request, the door responds again, moving as if obeying him. Even the cat watches the doorway closely. Many believe this was Dylan's spirit, keeping his promise to visit his friend, though the original post later suggested it could have been airflow from open windows. Still, the timing was unsettling. Was this Dylan's final visit, or just a coincidence during an emotional moment? Late at night on June 28, 2025, someone noticed something unusual in the sky above Los Angeles. A silent, dark object floated overhead, shifting in ways unlike any known aircraft. Residents remain uncertain about what they saw. Some insist it must have been a UFO. One thing is clear: whatever it was far from ordinary. This clip was shared on Reddit by Protomancer after his doorbell camera caught something that left him, and thousands of viewers completely puzzled. It happened on a quiet night in his Georgia neighborhood when his Nest Cam picked up motion outside. At first, it seemed like it might be a false alarm, maybe just a stray cat or raccoon passing by. But what the camera actually recorded was nothing anyone could have expected. The Nest Cam shows something crawling low to the ground as it moves through the neighborhood. When Protomancer shared the clip on Reddit titled, "Just Someone Slithering Through My Neighbor's Yard in the Middle of the Night," it quickly went viral. Some called it a prank, others thought it was something darker, but no one knows for sure what it was. While working in Paramount, California, a woman named Kat experienced something deeply unsettling. At exactly 4:45 a.m., the warehouse's motion sensors went off, triggering the security alarms. Concerned by the sudden alert, Kat and a few co-workers rushed to check the security camera footage, and what they saw was truly chilling. At the top of the screen, a ghostly white figure suddenly appeared, seemingly stepping out of the shadows. It glided silently from right to left before the video cut off. According to Kat, nobody was outside at that hour, and the figure didn't look like a normal person. Its translucent, almost glowing form strongly suggested something paranormal. Could this be proof of a haunting, or is there another explanation? This video comes from CCTV outside a small shop in Indonesia. The owner had installed cameras after several break-ins, mainly as routine protection. One was aimed at the front entrance and street, recording each night while the shop was closed. For weeks, it only showed the odd passerby or stray animal, but one night, it caught something that couldn't be explained. The CCTV footage shows a mysterious figure floating just above the ground, moving in a way that seems to defy gravity. It appears almost translucent, like a shadow taking shape, gliding with an unnatural smoothness no human could achieve. When the shop owner watched the video the next morning, he was left speechless. Locals who have seen it think it could be the spirit of someone who died on that street. What do you think the camera caught? At a haunted diner tucked deep in the Appalachian Mountains, Dustin Lee Frazier carries on with his lonely shifts. There's a dark, supernatural energy trapped in the place, so strong that it sometimes even follows him home. That night started on a creepy note, with a string of strange, unexplainable noises.
I came back here because I needed to get some toilet paper to restock the front. And should not be open. It is like 4 o'clock in the morning.
He's coming.
There's not a light over here. Hello? Hello? I'm just gonna shut the door. And I was gonna do like a little cooking video thing with y'all. But I Okay, that like this door stays open because for some reason the woman in the morning, she always complains that like this room is like freakishly cold, but that wasn't open. Okay.
Unaware that the paranormal activity was ramping up, Dustin wandered through the diner, completely oblivious to a ghostly presence trying to make contact. Even creepier, a shadowy figure silently followed him, unseen as he moved around. That alone was enough to send shivers down anyone's spine. But things got even more intense when he decided to record more footage the next evening.
Mainly, I don't remember what I was saying. Coffee's already good. But anyways, I've been hurting also. Side note, my back and stuff is like me. And I don't know, like, why. But it's just like achy, like right at like my spine, you know? So, I don't know.
That creepy night, Dustin once again heard the unmistakable whisper of a demonic presence trying to communicate. Later, when he reviewed the diner's security footage after hours, he was horrified by the terrifying scene caught on video. In the kitchen, a dark figure was clearly visible, clad in what looked like a monk's hooded robe or some sinister cloak. Dustin was gripped by an intense sense of dread at the sight. When he finally got home, hoping for some rest, he was jolted awake to face yet another terrifying paranormal encounter, this time right in his own bedroom. Many viewers believe that this entity has become deeply attached to Dustin, following him home and silently hovering beside his bed as he sleeps. Could this entity be permanently attached to Dustin, or is there a way he can break free from its grip? On July 3rd, a guy known online as Captain Casket shared a creepy story. He'd been living in his house for almost a year with no weird stuff happening. His hobby is collecting spooky items from funeral homes, often tied to the dead. But recently, after a friend gave him some especially disturbing pieces, things got really freaky. While he was filming a video about his paranormal experiences, something downright terrifying went down.
I've lived in this house for probably close to a year now, and I've never had anything happen here. I've never once thought that there was any kind of like haunting stuff going on or ghosts or anything like that. Until a couple weeks ago when I was given these like lab grade like test tube things. And these are like legit Pyrex brand, like super high quality glass, right? Came from a funeral home. So the other day I was up in my bedroom and I started hearing like clinking, and I don't see a move, but I'm hearing. And it's like obviously those. So I didn't think too much about it. And then a few days after that, I start seeing like little shadows in the side of my vision, right? I'm like peeking over while I'm watching TV, and I'm like, what the is going on here? I mean, like, my sleep has not been as good. Everything's just been kind of weird.
As he tells the story of the strange happenings in his home, a shadowy figure quietly moves behind a door without him noticing. He keeps talking about the creepy voices he often hears echoing through the rooms. Shortly after this ghostly figure appears, he even records the unsettling voice on camera, making him more certain that his house is haunted.
If you've done a lot of like ghost investigation, EVP, analyzing, you know exactly what I'm talking about when I say that is the quality. Like, that is a perfect example of a disembodied.
To prove it's not some trick, he points out that there's no room behind the door for anyone to hide, and there's not even a hook for a jacket. The space is packed with his collection of funeral memorabilia. A few days later, while focused on his paintings, he catches another ghostly figure moving upstairs out of the corner of his eye. He grabs his phone right away and starts filming the strange activity.
Hello? 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 Who's in there? Oh.
Creepy noises start coming from the exact spot where he'd seen the shadow figure before. As he cautiously moves closer, the door slowly creaks open on its own, sending him running in fear. After these events, all tied to the haunted items, he's completely convinced that a malevolent force is now living in his home. While setting up his tent, a camper noticed a hole and saw what appeared to be a gigantic spider, its body covered in fine black hairs. It's natural to question whether a spider this large could actually exist, or if it's just an optical illusion. The camper was on a solo trip in the forest when he heard strange noises coming from deep in the trees, prompting him to start recording with his camera.
Creepy outdoors here. By myself camping, as usual. And I'm a little shook up right now because I heard some strange sounds. Stay here, Mika. Stay here. It sounded like some sort of growling. I'm not sure. I wasn't recording. I was just enjoying my night and.
Clearly concerned, he tried to prevent his dog from approaching the source of the noise.
I'm just talking to my dog right now. What? Mika, stay here. Stay. Come, stay. Stay here, good boy. Good boy, stay, sit down.
The video cuts off suddenly, leaving viewers in suspense about what happens next. In this footage, a man can be seen calmly leaving his house and walking toward his parked car. At first glance, the footage looks like typical security camera video showing a man leaving his house, but soon after, something truly unsettling occurs, leaving him and his family deeply shaken. The clip was shared online by his wife, Lisa Miller. The couple lives a quiet suburban life, which was recently marked by the loss of Lisa's father. Though the circumstances of his death remain private, Lisa recalls how he would whistle to comfort her, saying she could whistle whenever she needed him. Now, this eerie video hints that she might not need to. Lisa believes her father could still be present as a ghostly visitor. Here's the chilling moment captured on camera. The security camera captured a chilling whistle. Lisa believes it's her late father's spirit, bringing her comfort, even though the origin can't be explained. The question remains, who or what caused it? A hiker exploring a cave shared this creepy video on TikTok. Check it out.
No te levantes, por favor. Así quédate, no te levantes. Voy a llamar a alguien. Mami, traeré el carro para acá. Me voy a arriesgar y lo voy a meter a arriesgarme.
It seemed like a human covered in mud, though a lot of viewers weren't convinced. It had no clear facial features and moved oddly, yet naturally. Some even think it shows someone turning into something spider-like. No updates ever came, leaving everyone guessing what it really was. Late at night, a security camera outside a home captured a strange, unexplained event. The camera points down a dark, narrow alley, which only makes the eerie stillness around the property feel even more unsettling. At first, everything looks normal, silent and empty, but within moments, a shadowy figure starts to appear in the alley. It's faint, almost like a smudge in the darkness, yet clear enough to send a chill down your spine. The figure lingers for just a few seconds before disappearing without a trace. No one else is around, and its jerky, unnatural movements don't resemble any human behavior. After the video was shared online, it quickly went viral, with many convinced it captured a real ghost. Do you think this is proof of a supernatural presence, or just a clever trick of the camera? Share your thoughts in the comments. A Reddit user named Appalachian Queen recently shared a short, spine-chilling clip on the Ghosts subreddit. The footage, taken from their home security camera, was recorded inside their house. Watch closely. A ghostly figure drifts across the floor and then vanishes. It looks like an elderly person, which made the uploader's roommate think it was her late mother. Remarkably, the figure appeared to wear glasses just like her mother's. With no one else home at the time, the footage rules out a physical presence. Was this a touching paranormal encounter or a cleverly staged illusion? Share your thoughts below. Late one night, a man ventured into the forest near his camp, filming his walk with a flashlight. The woods were eerily quiet, almost unnaturally so. As he went deeper, a sudden sharp noise broke the silence. He froze, slowly sweeping his camera across the trees and underbrush, trying to locate the source. That's when he saw it. A dark, shadowy shape lay low on the forest floor. He couldn't tell what it was, and, panicked, decided to leave it alone. Some think it was just a woodland animal. Others say it resembled a person dressed in black lying still. Some believe it was something unnatural. Whatever it was, it remains a mystery. A man uploaded this video after being woken at 3 a.m. by unusual noises coming from under his bed. Initially, he assumed it was just the house settling, but the persistent scratching and shuffling suggested something was down there. Unable to fall back asleep, he grabbed his phone and flashlight to check. And what he found under the bed is truly chilling. Something is visible under the person's bed. He calls his friend, who is in another room, and together they decide to go take a look.
Et tout le monde subit sur la cama. Regarde. Calma, okay.
The two approach cautiously, but when they reach the bed, a dark figure is seen standing in the room before rising, causing them to flee in sheer terror. The video ends there. Viewers are split. Some believe it's real, pointing to the men's panicked reactions and the fear in their voices as proof of something unexplainable. Others question whether it's just a cleverly staged hoax. So, what's your take? Did they capture something truly supernatural, or is it all staged? One night, a man woke to faint screeching sounds outside. Curious but uneasy, he grabbed his camera and looked out the backyard window. As he filmed, a figure briefly appeared in the darkness. When he tapped the glass for a better view, the creature slipped away into the night. Its features were too unclear to make out, but one thing was certain: it wasn't human. While checking out an old abandoned hotel in the Shenandoah Mountains, a group stumbled on a weird little shed nearby. Inside, the walls were covered with old newspapers, missing person posters, and even some local mugshots. Right outside was a sealed barrel with a block on top, which turned out to just have some red liquid, probably transmission fluid or some chemical. To make it creepier, bed sheets were nailed across the inside walls. The whole place felt more like a serial killer's hideout than a storage shed, and no one's figured out who set it up or why. In Fremont, California, a man spotted a pair of Timberland boots outside a home and decided to steal them. Before he could get away, the homeowner came out and confronted him, demanding the boots back.
Excuse me, hello? Hey, hello? What's up? What are you doing?
Caught in the act, the would-be thief quickly put the Timberlands back and took off. Security cameras are a lifesaver for moments like this. Rosanna has been recording unsettling paranormal activity in her home for months, and tonight's footage may be the scariest yet. As the night progresses, she keeps filming while the eerie, unexplained events intensify.
Je suis frigorifiée. Et il y a cette odeur-là, de pourriture. Je sais qu'il est là. Tant pis. Qui es-tu? Qui es-tu? Allez. Allez, dis. Qui es-tu? Quoi ça? Il n'y a pas de bébé. Il n'y a pas de bébé chez moi.
In a startling moment, a pencil is ripped from Rosanna's hand by what seems to be an unseen force. Later in the clip, the eerie sound of a baby crying fills the house, prompting her to investigate the source of the ghostly wailing.
Arrête. Arrête.
Determined to see if a child was actually in distress, Rosanna follows the sound and finds something far more disturbing. Her laptop is open to a tab playing baby sounds, and nearby, a doll sits motionless until it suddenly starts to levitate. After hovering for several seconds, it crashes to the floor, leaving Rosanna and viewers stunned. Whatever is haunting her home, it clearly isn't finished. Magnus had always felt something unusual about his house, but he wanted evidence. The creaking floors, cold spots, and constant feeling of being watched weren't enough to convince anyone else. So, he decided to record himself while sleeping, setting up a camera by his bed aimed at the desk where odd occurrences often took place. Around 3 a.m., a glowing orb appeared in front of Magnus's camera, and shortly after, his desk whiteboard tipped over. He didn't wake up, but reviewing the footage made him realize the events were real and potentially dangerous. He posted it online for insight and later set up another camera in the living room, leaving his dog inside overnight to see if more activity would occur. About an hour into the recording, something fell from the tea table, causing the dog to squeal and retreat to a corner, clearly unsettled. Convinced the dog sensed something invisible, Magnus started recording constantly, knowing the presence, something that had followed him his whole life, would act. One afternoon in the attic, while sorting through items, he heard a soft but distinct noise behind him. Magnus reached for his camera as a chill ran through him. A drawer slid open on its own, and something heavy fell behind him. The attic remained still, but he kept filming, knowing the disturbances would continue. Exhausted by constant fear and sleepless nights, he decided to perform a simple candle ritual that he'd read about online, hoping to draw out whatever was haunting him.
Comfort.
Magnus sat quietly at the table, watching the candle flames, hoping the presence would reveal itself. Instead, he heard soft footsteps or something brushing against the walls. Following the noise off camera, he watched as a few paintings behind the table suddenly crashed to the ground. The footage shows the empty room, broken frames, and flickering candlelight, with Magnus's quiet breathing off-screen. Unsure if it was over, he may contact a paranormal investigator. Ian, better known online as the Midwest Ghost Hunter, spends his time exploring some of the scariest and most notoriously haunted spots across the country. In this clip, he ventures into a long-abandoned theater with a dark past, choosing to investigate completely alone. True to his nature, Ian appears more fascinated than frightened by the eerie atmosphere.
You can do in this office to let me know that you are here? Could you move one of your books? Something on this shelf?
While filming near an old desk, Ian caught 2 faint orbs drifting across the frame. Easy to miss, but definitely there. Just moments later, a chair nearby slid a few inches on its own. He froze, muttered something under his breath, then carefully checked the area, only to find nothing and no one around. After leaving the theater, Ian admitted the place felt heavier than most spots he's explored, and he wasn't sure if it was simply haunted or something darker. Chris decided to try out GhostTube, an app that claims to detect ghosts nearby. He'd always been the type to believe in the supernatural, so an app like this was right up his alley. At first, he spent about 5 minutes just messing around, thinking it was all fun and games. But just as he was about to give up and uninstall it like all the other ghost apps, something unexpected happened.
And just to be clear, there's no air, there's nothing on right now. Can you move the other one? Hold up.
One of his drums suddenly played by itself, even though Chris wasn't close by. When he went to check it out, he spotted a handprint that looked like a kid's, but he doesn't have any kids or fosters. So what made the drum go off? The weird thing is, the handprint wasn't there at the start of the video. It showed up while he was filming. What do you think happened? Ian was exploring a haunted asylum, and this is what he captured on camera.
If there's any patients in any of these rooms, could you call out? Is anyone in here? Ooh, ooh. I swear to God, I just heard a little boy's voice out here. Who's there? Hello? Whoa, it just came from in here. Wait, wait. This is Noah's room. Noah? I think I just heard you. Was that you I just heard talking? Dang. Look at all these toys. They're just sprawled out everywhere. Noah, if you're in here, I'd just like to be your buddy, okay? Could you say your name? Hello? Are you there? I see you've got a lot of toys. Could you move one of them? That ball over there? It almost seems like he's a little shy. I just heard him talking just a little bit ago. I'm not hearing or seeing anything though. Is that a picture of him? Right there. I wonder if that's what he looked like. All right, Noah. I'm gonna let you continue to play or whatever you're doing in here. Thanks for talking though. What the hell? Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. What is that? Whatever it is, it just jingled and came rolling out of his room. Holy crap. Dude. What the heck is that thing? It looks like some old rolling toy or something. Holy moly. Dude, this thing just rolled out of his room. Thank you, Noah. Thank you so much. This thing looks ancient. Whoa, look at that. Oh, dude, this thing rolls forever. Is that, oh my god, you see that? Dude, it's almost as if he just freaking rolled it even faster. Oh gosh. I mean, I don't know, it could be the way it's designed.
At first, the spirit of the boy who had previously occupied the room only made noises. But after Ian left, the spirit seemed to put on a show, rolling a toy across the room that made the loudest noise, likely intended to frighten Ian. Was it simply a playful spirit, or something far more sinister? A TikTok user was at home when he heard strange noises upstairs, unlike the usual creaks or settling. Curious, he grabbed his phone to film and share it with his followers. Standing at the top of the stairs, this is what he recorded.
Crack, every time I turn off the light, there's like a shadow there. Watch. You see that? What the f? Hell no. What the f? I'm out of here.
He pans the camera down the empty hall, then points it at a specific doorway. Each time he turns the light off, a shadowy figure appears. When the light is on, it disappears. This repeats several times, increasing his anxiety. Eventually, he turns the camera away and leaves quickly. After posting the video, viewers flooded the comments with theories, ranging from a trick of the light to something more sinister. The man said he had never encountered anything like it, has no explanation, hasn't stayed alone in the house since, and is considering moving if it happens again. A man was spotted on camera picking up a package from a doorstep, then insisting he was supposed to deliver it to a neighbor named Sarah. Instead of going straight to the claimed address, he lingered by the box, raising suspicion.
Hey, what are you doing? Hey, put it back. Put it back, it's my package.
I'm delivering it for Sarah.
Yeah, just leave it there, please.
I got a Uber for Sarah to deliver it to. Hold on a second.
I'm 2 minutes away from you. Just leave the package there, please.
Okay, I can wait for you.
Why are you taking my package away?
It says
Sarah's next door.
So I'm at the wrong address. Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
That's why I waved to you, to make sure you got a clean picture of me just in case.
Sounds good. You have a good one, my man.
Right over here, Sarah?
The White House. Right in front of you. Right in front of you. The other one.
This one.
No, right across the street. Yeah.
All right, I got you. I got you.
After some awkward exchanges, he apologized and crossed the street, but the encounter still seemed questionable. A small group came together to pray, all convinced they hadn't done anything that could draw in the paranormal. They felt calm and protected, trusting their faith and good intentions to keep them safe. But then, something truly unsettling broke that peace. One of the statues in the room, perfectly still just moments earlier, suddenly moved its fingers. The slow, almost unnoticeable motion was enough to creep out the few who caught it, leaving them shaken. They chose not to interrupt the group in prayer, but quietly suggested adding prayers to ward off any evil, just in case something darker was lurking. Hopefully, that was enough. A business owner who runs 24/7 security camera services captured this footage. Their company constantly monitors clients' homes to keep them safe from break-ins or crime, offering maximum protection. But while security systems can stop robbers, they can't protect anyone from the supernatural. And this clip might just show exactly that.
Every night I'm at work, I be thinking I'm tripping. But you gotta watch this video, y'all. You see that move under the bed? Like I know for a fact this goes to my client's house. I be seeing, you see it keep moving like right there under the bed? It's moving back and forth. You see it? It's ghost in my client's house. Look under her bed. It'll come out and go back. Now she in bed sleep an ounce. But do you see how it keep coming out, going back in? This is no joke. My client truly has ghosts in her house. You see it? She don't have a dog, she don't have a cat, but it's always something moving in her room on camera at night. Sometime it'll fly directly across the camera. Be creeping me the heck out, like no doubt. I'm gonna let's be still so y'all can see. You see it moving in there again? Look at that. It's moving up by the bed now on the frame. And then you'll see it move again. You see that? I think I'm tripping. Maybe I want to. This real live ghost in here in her house. And no matter how I turn the camera, that ghost is in that room and it ain't going nowhere.
A poltergeist seemed to be slipping in and out from under the bed, creating a seriously creepy scene. The owner got permission from the person sleeping to share the footage, which is why we can see it now. The sleeper brushed it off, saying it was probably just dust or something harmless. But honestly, it looked like something much more unsettling. Sherry and her co-worker were finishing their shift around 7:30 p.m., going through their usual end-of-day tasks at the crematorium. It had always been a quiet, professionally run place, and nothing unusual had ever occurred in their years there. The idea of anything paranormal seemed unlikely until that night. While checking the security cameras, they spotted something strange on a monitor and decided to record it on a phone. The footage shows a body covered in a white blanket on a stretcher in the prep room. Suddenly, the body shifts slightly, then more noticeably, as if something underneath was moving. Neither Sherry nor her co-worker was near it, and the room was closed off. They watched in stunned silence. The body was cremated the next day, and no further unusual activity has occurred. Sherry said they still have no explanation and rarely discuss it with co-workers, though it hasn't changed how they feel about the job. A confrontation unfolded when an intruder tried to take a package from a porch, ignoring the homeowner's commands to leave.
Get off my porch!
Okay. I don't know where you're talking from.
Get off my porch!
All right, boo.
I'm calling the cops right now. You better return exactly what you have, 'cause I'm coming.
The package wasn't just any delivery, it belonged to the homeowner's son, who had saved up his allowance to buy football gear for the upcoming season. The theft left the family angry and disappointed. Hope karma hits this thief hard. The TikTok account, 1916. Haunting excitedly showcased his family's new basement. Still under construction, he was proud of the space, with shelves holding beer glasses and boxes scattered around, indicating ongoing work.
Go straight down into this, and then after a while, it sucks that out and pumps it out. And then here's a shower. This is actually what we're using. It looks super sketch, but it's actually really, really nice. Don't tell Emily, but there was a spider in it. It's actually really nice. This is what we use until we fix the upstairs shower. And then the very open bathroom with a random phone there. So if, I'm doing business, I can still do business. And then washer, dryer, this, and of course you got the bar. This is a work in progress thing. Hey, what?
He suddenly heard footsteps running down the stairs, but when he turned, no one was there, and the sound stopped just as quickly. After sharing the video, he hinted that more unexplained activity might occur as the basement project continued. Days later, when the sitting room door handle rattled unexpectedly, he grabbed his camera to capture it. Initially, nothing moved, but the door handle started rattling again on camera. He inspected the other side, but found no one and no explanation. Intrigued, he began filming at random times, hoping to capture more activity. During another basement tour, something suddenly drew his attention.
So pardon the mess, but this is what I was telling you about, man. So, you got the toilet, and just the complete open. I mean, like I said, ignore the mess. We haven't done laundry in a while, but yeah, it's a completely open bathroom just in the middle of the... It's always something. Every single day. You heard it too? Yeah? I don't know what to tell you, dude. It's getting worse.
In the clip, a faint ghostly figure glides silently above him, then speeds down the stairs, followed closely by a previously unseen cat. The man's quiet breathing captures his disbelief. Afterward, he felt both excitement and unease, knowing this was just the beginning and planning to continue documenting everything. What do you think? Harmless presence or something more? On Facebook, a streamer captured this clip. It was 11 p.m. and everyone was settling in for the night, except for this creature.
Backed over and show y'all that the picture came from in the back of my yard. Let me see if that's the exact spot now. That's my backyard. I'm zooming in a little piece. This is the exact spot that I just. Hold on. This dog. What in
The creature closely resembled Siren Head. It must have been a truly horrifying experience for the streamer who bravely recorded it. Late one night in France, ghost hunter Duncan decided to explore a reportedly haunted house for his TikTok page. 4 years earlier, a family had died there, and Duncan had been hired by a new family to check for ghosts before they bought the property. This clip shows one of his discoveries.
Oh, les deux K2. Regardez les amis. Les deux K2. Il marche lui? Non. Nom de Dieu. Oh, c'est un truc de fou. C'est quoi le délire? Est-ce que Serge, tu pourrais faire... allumer la lumière bleue, s'il te plaît? Peux-tu te rapprocher de la lumière bleue? Est-ce que tu peux faire un mouvement, s'il te plaît? Merci beaucoup, Serge. Wow, wow, wow. C'est quoi D'accord, Serge. Il y aurait quelqu'un ici? Est-ce que Serge, tu sais sortir la poupée? D'accord. Dis-moi, Serge. Est-ce que tu penses que j'ai ramené Gabi quelque part?
Out of nowhere, a high visibility jacket fell from the wooden door and shook as if pushed by someone. The sudden movement startled Duncan, but after recovering from the scare, he continued exploring and later discovered this.
D'accord. Les amis, il y a un vrai souci. Incroyable. Qu'est-ce qui se passe, Serge? Est-ce que tu peux me ramener le ventilateur, Serge? Une dernière fois? Comme tu veux. Oh, c'est quoi ce bordel? C'est quoi ça? Wow! C'est quoi ce délire? Putain. C'est quoi le délire? Ok Serge, je crois que je vais te laisser tranquille en fait. Je vais pas t'embêter. J'aimerais juste te présenter quelqu'un. Alors les amis, le K2 il est amorphe. Il est amorphe le K2. Wow! Oh, calme-toi! Oh non, non, Serge, non, non! Oh non! Non, Serge! Pas les appareils! Il y a du gaz assez...
Unlike the jacket that fell off camera, these objects moved right in front of the camera, proving to viewers that the activity was real. Duncan saved the footage for the family, who had paid him well, before safely leaving the house. A man in this clip was watching a television series when something truly terrifying happened.
God damn it. This is getting old. You gotta come out. What the? I'm out of here.
Suddenly, some cutlery shot out of a drawer on its own. The man had to stop the show, get up, and check what was happening. To his surprise, no one was there, leaving him completely baffled. But when he sat back down, he saw the ghostly figure responsible, which scared him so much that he probably lost control of himself. Could it have been a poltergeist, or just an unusual trick of the environment? Chamos, a YouTube channel, decided to visit a haunted spot called the abandoned Cambay Hospital. They all believed the place was truly terrifying, and their fears were soon confirmed. Throughout the night, horrifying events occurred, but the team remained brave, confident that no ghost would physically harm them. This clip shows the most frightening moment they captured.
Viu?
Não queria lembrar.
Não queria lembrar, eu entendi a mulher de branco.
Mulher de branco? Tem uma mulher de branco aqui que vaga nesse local? Ó, olha só.
Cara, tá estourado, ele tá aqui perto.
É, cara do céu, velho.
Cara, tá estourado, ele tá aqui perto.
É, cara do céu, velho.
As they talked about a white ghost haunting the hospital, the cameraman panned to the side and captured an apparition appearing to take cover. It's unclear if it was the exact ghost they mentioned, but the moment was undeniably frightening. What do you think? At 2 a.m., Matthew noticed something moving on its own in his room. He decided to record it, and this is what his camera captured. Take a look.
Bro, so I'm watching TV, and this Broly statue was facing towards me. Turned to the right, bro. Literally just shifted to the right. Unbelievable. I couldn't get it out fast enough to get it on film, of course. And now that I'm filming, it's not it. Bro, like, here's my hand, bro. And it literally just started Bro, that thing just rocked. Bro, here's my hand. My other hand is filming, bro. No way. Oh my god. Oh my god. Bro. Bro. What the? Yo.
Matthew initially recorded as a precaution, not expecting anything unusual. During the recording, a figure in his room suddenly collapsed, shook, and moved as if controlled by someone. No visible forces or objects were causing it, suggesting it was a ghost. Instead of stopping it, Matthew continued recording and engaging with it, sharing the videos online. The experience became ongoing, and he is still affected by it to this day. The YouTube channel El Ritmo de la Noche posted a frightening clip online. Ignoring the building's haunted reputation, the urban explorers entered, determined to make contact with any supernatural presence inside. Two of them attempted a direct session while their companion watched nervously through a remote feed. During the recording, the others suddenly noticed something terrifying lurking behind the pair.
¿Me copia, Felipe? ¿Qué pasó? Detrás de ustedes, en toda la esquina, detrás de ustedes, al lado costado derecho, una cara.
Vaya, mire.
Vamos.
Te estoy diciendo que el otro señor está atrás y el niño también. Mételo al bolso, que vamos a salir en pura aquí. Uy, Brian! Ay, Brian!
Their friend urgently tried to alert them to something behind them, but the explorers saw nothing. Feeling uneasy, they quickly left the area. Later, when they reviewed the footage, they were shocked to see a ghostly face watching them from the shadows. Even more disturbing, the figure appeared in a part of the building that had no floors, hovering several stories above the ground. Could this be proof of a ghost haunting the site, or is there another explanation for the strange activity? During his routine rounds late one night, Pablo Rivero came across something genuinely paranormal that shook him to his core. Strange, agonized cries echoed all around, sending chills down his spine. Panicked, he ran for cover inside a nearby abandoned building, worried he'd stumbled onto something truly sinister. But as the minutes passed, he realized with mounting dread that whatever was haunting the area might never let him leave.
Son las 3:30 de la mañana. Salí por el motivo de hacer mi recorrido diario de la noche. Salí a hacer un recorrido y escuché un grito, así que me he resguardado acá adentro de la garita, por motivo de que escuché ruidos bastante de soberbios. Está sucediendo en este momento, así que no sé qué, no sé, señor supervisor, lo que tiene que hacer, porque lo que me pasó hace 24 horas está pasando medio paranormal esto. Así que voy a ir donde están los ruidos en este momento. Se está yendo de las manos esto que está sucediendo. No quiero perder el tema de la noción, pero...
Pablo said this terrifying ordeal happened around 3 a.m., right in the heart of the so-called witching hour, a time notorious for supernatural activity. He barricaded himself inside, desperately hoping that the screaming, wall-pounding force outside would disappear. Sadly for him, the haunting didn't let up.
Vamos a ver... Y esto sigue, así que no quiero salir ni afuera. Mire, me he encerrado, así que esperaré que pase esto mínimo 1 hora y tendré que salir a hacer mi recorrido de 1 hora y media más, 1 hora más del tema de las máquinas, porque han dejado una bomba afuera y tengo preocupación.
What makes it even creepier is that the window seems to move on its own whenever Pablo looks away with the camera. The timing is uncanny, and there's no logical way it could open by itself without some kind of supernatural force at work. At first, he said he planned to leave the building within an hour to finish his patrol, but judging by the eerie second video he later posted, it looks like Pablo never actually made it out. Oddly, those 2 videos are the only things ever posted on his account, uploaded ages ago with no updates since. Concerned viewers keep asking if Pablo is safe or if he made it out of the haunted building, but he never responds. It's as if he just disappeared, leaving everyone to wonder if something truly sinister got him that night. A guy in Italy said he started messing around with an Ouija board just out of curiosity. At first, it became more of a daily routine, but nothing really happened and he was kinda let down. That is, until something finally answered back, and on one especially creepy day, it left him completely shaken.
Chi c'è? Chi è? Chi è che si sentiva? Chi c'è?
While he was home alone, he started hearing faint footsteps echoing through the house, getting closer and closer. Then, out of nowhere, a loud crash sounded behind him, making it clear he wasn't alone anymore. Even though he couldn't see anything, he could feel a chilling presence all around him, and that was just the start. 3 days later, when his wife was home alone, the activity got even worse.
Chi c'è? Luce. Chi è stato? Chi ha bussato? Non sono pazza. Non sono pazza. C'è qualcuno? Chi c'è? Dove sei? Fatti vedere. Dove sei? No, dove? Da dove? La cucina, la cucina, la cucina. Cazzo. Cazzo. Qui sto sfuggendo di mano.
She said she heard knocking at the door, and just moments later, glassware from the kitchen came crashing to the floor on its own. The haunting seemed to be getting stronger, and all of it appeared to connect back to that one night with the Ouija board. This string of terrifying events stands as yet another warning about messing with the other side. To this day, the family is still struggling to understand what's really happening. A woman named Alika says her family has been dealing with a disturbing presence for a while. She often hears her son's voice echoing through the house, even when he isn't home, and sometimes sees dark, shadowy figures slipping silently from room to room. One night, after strange noises started up again, she felt an overwhelming sense of dread and decided to start recording. What she caught on camera was truly unsettling.
Я его видела, посмотрите туда. Я видела эти волосатые ноги. Боже, кто это? Мамочки. Боже. Что это? Никого нету. Что это было? Дети сидят, смотрят телевизор. Муж на работе. Старшего сына нету. Он ушел гулять. Вон он, ребят, видите? Видите, вон он бежит. Вон он пробежал, ребят. Вы это видели? Он пробежал. Вы видели его рога? Вы видели?
First, the door suddenly creaked open by itself, and there was no one around. Then, Alika noticed her son's bedroom window was wide open, even though she was sure it had been shut earlier. She also spotted some kind of movement outside, but the video was too dark and grainy to tell what it was. Later that night, things got even creepier.
Что за нахрен? Вы видели, да? Вы видите это? Из шкафа какие-то тени выходят. Как будто из шкафа. Усыпила детей, лежу в телефоне и не пойму, что-то мелькает. Посмотрела, а это тени. Как будто бы кто-то играется. Что это может быть? Неужели призрак того мальчика снова пришел с той квартиры? Боже. А что это над дверью? Что за тень огромная?
The camera captures the shadowy outline of a small boy slowly stepping out of the closet and moving across the room. And it didn't just happen once, it repeated several times that night. But whenever Aleka went to check, the room was empty. Now she's convinced a spirit has attached itself to her family. But what do you think? Is this really a haunting, or could there be another explanation? A widowed homeowner tried to evict a tenant who hadn't paid rent in 18 months. Instead of leaving, the tenant became hostile and threatened the homeowner, even claiming to have a police officer as a friend.
If you don't open the door, I'm just gonna take the door. Open the door. I know you hear me and I know you're home. Open the door. My last attempt, or I'm taking the door down. Up to you. Open the door. Ma'am, open the door or I'm taking the door. I'm giving you one last chance. Open the door. Open.
No, I'm not. I just don't pay attention though.
Threatening the landlord after 18 months of no rent. That's wild. Introducing Thomas Locke, the adventurer behind the YouTube channel Thomas Locke, known for documenting intense wild camping journeys. His content often features him pushing through tough conditions and exploring remote, untamed landscapes. But even someone with his experience can stumble upon places where an unsettling presence lingers, places where no amount of preparation feels like enough. On one such trip, Thomas teamed up with his friends Sam and Matt to explore Gravelwood, a forest surrounded by chilling rumors. Though he had sensed something strange there before, Thomas initially dismissed the eerie noises as cows in the distance, hoping to show that most fears are just tricks of the mind.
Again, going into the fray, the haunted forest, which, not to ruin everything, but we were just filming some drone shots and there are cows on the other side of the forest, so those noises were probably cows.
Thomas admitted that there was something off about this campsite and encouraged his viewers to decide for themselves based on his reaction. As they started setting up, he noticed how run down and neglected the area looked, even making a dark joke that the lack of upkeep might be due to past killings.
This is why it's a pretty good spot, because obviously it's not very well maintained, so no one really cares about it. Or maybe it's not well maintained because of all.
They soon approached a large, dark tree deep in the forest, a spot that had sparked comments suggesting it might be haunted. While Thomas's friend Sam felt completely at ease, Thomas confessed to sensing a sudden, noticeable chill in the air.
That's the tree. Does anyone feel anything yet?
A bit chilly.
What do you think, Sam?
I think it's perfectly fine.
Someone said maybe like a predator had sprayed pheromones on it, and that's what I was feeling.
Despite his typical confidence, Thomas made it clear he was deeply uneasy about setting up his tent right in front of that specific tree and strongly resisted the idea.
The tent closest to the tree.
I would very much not like to be near the tree. It won't be as big of a slope as at Brecon.
Oh,
that was
As the day went on, the sense of unease continued to grow.
Honestly, my tent is soaked on the inside. How has that even happened? Have you brought food with you?
Yeah.
Ah.
No, you brought food, didn't you? Yeah, I don't have any cutlery.
I might have brought a spare fork. Right, so it's not actually that dark, but this camera's crap low light performance, so Fox 2 all set up. Did it slightly better than the last time, but still not great. There's Matt's Fox 1, as always. Stunner, it's set up immediately, no worries. And then there's the Hyena 2. Oh God.
What?
My inside of my tent's mouldy.
Oh. You said this, didn't you?
Yeah. No dear. Yeah, I mean it'll be fine, but that's a bit annoying. Being in a confined space that's mouldy overnight, not so sure about that. Yeah, well, it's actually okay on the side I'll be sleeping. Just have to give it a good clean when I get back, I guess. But it is damp. That sucks.
Thomas found his tent mysteriously damp and moldy inside, which only added to the tension and left him genuinely irritated. But that was just the beginning. When they tried to cook dinner, things took another bad turn. Their pan melted through, and a second attempt at cooking proved just as unsuccessful, compounding the frustration.
Oh dear. Oh. 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 No, I've just burnt through the pan. There is a hole in the pan. How the hell?
Well, my pan?
Yeah. What? I don't understand how... No, you can't. But how are you meant to cook things in a pan that melts?
I mean, I grabbed them from Asda, didn't I?
Yeah, that's true, actually. No, they were from... they were OEX ones.
No, I did. I got them from thingy, didn't I?
These were from Go Outdoors. Okay, so... Just once, I'm going to go on a camping trip that doesn't end in disaster.
Yeah, true.
There's mould in my tent.
Our Thetford one went well.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
That's the only one.
That's the exception. Really low heat, yeah? Don't melt. No, because straight away I can see that that's... Yeah, it is. This one's melting. This one's melting. Yeah, no, that's melting. That's melting. I can see it melting.
You can see the ring in the middle.
Oh my goodness.
Even with the mounting inconveniences, Thomas insisted there was nothing truly creepy about the forest. Still, his friend Matt teased that he might just be trying to find a reason to cut the trip short.
Is that you trying to convince us?
I'm not creeped out. Oh, it's because you guys are here, but I'm not creeped out.
I think give it an hour or two, you're going to be very hungry.
I've already eaten. I think you just want to go to Spoons, that's what I think.
I probably won't go to Spoons. I'll probably go home.
As night settled in, the forest's atmosphere became heavier and more intense. Thomas openly admitted that, under the beam of his flashlight, the woods took on an undeniably eerie feeling.
Yeah, it's a tree no longer here.
Actually, it is quite creepy with the torch.
Actually, I can put my tent directly in front of the tree. Mm-hmm. Oh, so it's there.
That's the tree?
Yes. Did you hear that? That was definitely like a bark. What did it dragged in?
Probably a deer or something. Yeah, it's a deer. So how are we feeling, boys?
It's darker than I can't see. Yeah, I can't. Oh, Jesus. A lot of comments about this tree. About how it's haunted. There's a demon living in it. There's a ghost. Go talk to the farmers nearby, ask them what's going on here. Go read your history books and all that. We're tracking down Bigfoot though. There's nothing wrong with it. It's like a tree. Why does it make that noise? I don't like it. It's a very big and tall tree. But yeah, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm going to sleep in front of it tonight and I will not overnight.
A sharp bark-like noise suddenly echoed through the trees. At first, Thomas assumed it was just a deer, but he quickly scanned the forest, trying to spot what was really out there. He recalled feeling a strange chill during a past visit, but mentioned he felt more at ease this time, likely because he wasn't alone, finding comfort in the presence of his friends.
You're not scared at all? You don't feel any chill down your spine? Because when I came back here, I felt just an immediate chill down my spine.
And what about today? No.
I feel okay today because I'm with you guys.
It just, he's just chilling.
When his friend pointed out a spot rumored to be where a demon appears, Thomas admitted that this place felt even creepier than Thatford, another forest he had previously explored.
That right there is where the demon girl hung herself.
Don't say that. Because what if it's true?
True. Fine. I found those railways too. I will give you one thing. It's definitely creepier than Thetford, but that's because it's natural. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thetford you feel a bit safer in because it is, you can tell it's made by a man. Yeah. You make a mess.
Yeah, I'm a little bit on edge now, I was completely fine like 5 minutes ago, but since now we did that, I'm a little bit.
Thomas admitted that their earlier joking had actually made him feel a bit uneasy. As they talked about their growing nervousness, he noticed his voice echoing strangely through the forest, an effect that unsettled him even more.
Can you get that tucked in? Are you actually like shifting?
I'm pretty nervous.
Oh, he's a little baby!
I don't like it when your voice echoes around the forest.
I've got stigmata.
What's stigmata? What's that?
It's an unexplained wound, which is usually attributed to Jesus Christ.
Let's have a look.
That's a cicada.
What's up?
Listen.
There's nothing there.
It's a cicada. Or a bug. Yeah, some roaches.
Oh.
It's
As more time passed, Thomas heard another unexplained sound. Admitting he was genuinely nervous, he said that if he were alone, he'd already be gone. But with Sam and Matt by his side, he felt he could handle it, trying to calm himself with their presence.
I'm nervous. I'm not feeling it. If I was on my own, I'd be out of it. But Sam and Matt are fine, so I'm gonna be fine. But I'm not, you know.
Later, one of the friends let out a wolf-like howl, something that might have been a mistake. Ignoring the lingering unease, they made their way to the tents. But when they arrived, Thomas was suddenly startled by a harmless leaf falling onto his tent, reacting with a level of panic that far exceeded the actual situation.
Oh, that's a mistake.
It would have been cool if something did it backfire.
No, it would not.
What if we meet a werewolf and he's chill?
No, it's a bat. I know it's a tree. It's a leaf.
Oh my god. It landed on my tent.
Yeah, it did.
You've been marked to sacrifice.
Oh my goodness, I actually have. Don't like that.
Hello.
That's scary.
What? Generate 8 tools.
Isn't he? Yeah. Stop it. What if my tent collapses?
Funny.
His friends teased him with a playful scare, drawing attention to just how on edge he was. But their laughter quickly faded when they stumbled upon something completely unexpected.
Yo, that is actually something, bro. That's probably a wolf. Can you hear
No, wait,
that?
no.
What? Just missed. You missed something. Shut up.
It's a motorbike.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Actually,
No, it probably was a motorbike.
Yeah, probably was. You got such a curmudgeon.
I'm okay at the minute in my tent. I feel protected.
Yeah, but you got to come out and do stuff with us.
You wanted to get in your tent ages ago.
Yeah, but not now. Yeah, you told me not to, and now you're getting in there, you hypocrite.
They initially mistook the noise for a wolf, but soon realized it was just the sound of an engine, which gave Thomas a slight sense of comfort while inside his tent. His friend Matt playfully mocked him, calling him a little baby boy, while Thomas explained that he's simply more in tune with the supernatural.
Thomas very nervous. See, it's quite funny because at first he said, I'm here, I'm with you boys, I no longer feel nervous. I feel like
It was when we did the interview
okay.
about the tree, and now he's
But
crying.
returning to the tree has made Tom feel worried, feel nervous, feel
At one point, Matt commented on how tense Thomas seemed, especially now that they were back near the infamous demon tree, which clearly unsettled him. Thomas began to seriously think about packing up, wondering if the tree was somehow signaling them to leave. Meanwhile, his friends continued to mess with him by tossing things at him, jokes he knew were harmless, but still managed to spook him.
I even knew it was you. I knew it was you, and it still freaked me out. I've got this sort of feeling that's like.
I got a feeling.
Let me talk to the camera. Let me speak this to the camera and we get some clean audio. It's this like splitting sort of pain through my limbs, just every heartbeat. It's like poof, poof, poof. Just like the log started moving when you two sat down. It freaked me out.
Yeah,
I'm really on edge. These guys are absolutely fine. I don't want to leave.
He mentioned experiencing a sharp, splitting pain and feeling extremely tense, showing that his sense of comfort had taken a serious turn for the worse.
You jumping on the thing, oh man. I'm leaning towards leaving at the minute. Because I'm not going to sleep. I know I'm not going to sleep. And we're doing stuff tomorrow. I'm just on edge, and I'm worried about that mold thing. But also I'm worried about sleep.
I think it will be worse when we're all in our beds and no one's making a noise.
Yeah, and it's annoying because we're all set up and ready to go. And this will be the second time I've bailed from this camp.
Well, then we just done this one again. There you go.
Well, if I bail now, I'm not doing this camp again.
I just started going gym, exercise, doing cardio.
I just...
It ain't gonna work.
What, leaving?
Yeah.
Why?
We're trapped. It's too late.
What do you mean?
The gates are closed.
There are no gates.
That's what you think.
No, I want to go. I want to go.
Well, that was too much. Why do you even can. There's camps loads of places, just not this one.
I don't know what it is about this place, man. I don't know what it is about this place, because if I was you, I'd be pissed off. So I totally get it. I completely empathise.
You know how chilled I am about everything.
You're fine.
Sorry.
I totally empathise with Sam.
At that stage, Thomas was seriously thinking about leaving. He was convinced he wouldn't be able to sleep, citing both the unsettling vibe of the place and the mold inside his tent. While he didn't fully express it on camera that night, he later reflected on the footage and admitted he had felt overwhelmed and trapped. He also noted something odd, the complete lack of cricket sounds near their spot, even though other parts of the forest were buzzing with them.
It's so noisy here. There's so many more. Do you not think that's a bit weird? There's just no crickets in that section of the woods, and there is here. Wait, shh. Stop. Fired voices.
As he took note of the surrounding sounds, he realized there were no crickets in their immediate area. Instead, there was a mix of strange noises, followed by even louder sounds echoing from farther away.
I don't know if you can hear that on the camera, but there's just some really loud music. Away from one of the nearby houses. Someone's having a party.
Looking back on the experience, Thomas voiced his frustration and disappointment over having to abandon this campsite for a second time. He was clearly annoyed that the same situation kept repeating itself.
It's just frustrating that that's the second time I've tried to camp there. Third time, if you include the time I said to you, no, I'm not feeling it, let's just go home. But let's not do it. And failed every single time. Yeah, there was no option. With the same here, if there was no option here, it wouldn't even be a question. But the fact that it's so easy to just go. I mean, I was in my tent, I was okay, but the mold was concerning. My gear was moldy earlier when I got it out, but it didn't look like the tent was. I don't know why the tent was wet, because nothing was wet. Like, I dried everything, hung it up after my last trip, so I have no idea why that stuff was all wet, so I'm gonna have to...
Thomas explained that he didn't feel any supernatural threat. It was more about his own mind getting the best of him, making it impossible to relax or sleep. He apologized for how things turned out, stressing that his decision to leave wasn't for the sake of content, but because he had genuinely hoped to finish the trip. In the end, Thomas firmly stated he was done with this particular forest and wouldn't return for future camping videos. Robert's trail cam captured 2 unusual images on a remote property 12 miles from the nearest town in North America. The first shows a pale humanoid figure at the edge of the frame, appearing to move quickly. The second provides a clearer view of the creature, which has an unusually large head. Another trail camera at the same location captured the creature from a different angle, leaving Robert concerned about what might be lurking on his property. Mahendra Patel is jailed without bond after being accused of attempting to kidnap a child at a Walmart, but surveillance video paints a different picture. The footage shows Patel interacting with a mother and her 2 children on a mobility scooter, and his attorney says he grabbed the 2-year-old only to prevent him from falling. The mother and a Walmart employee intervene, and the mother drives off with her children, after which Patel shows her the Tylenol he had found, suggesting he was trying to help. Despite this, authorities charged him with attempted kidnapping, and he has remained in jail for 3 weeks pending a court appearance, with his attorney arguing the video proves his innocence. One morning, an Australian man was out jogging when he came across a strange creature on the ground. It had a huge head, a long tail, and tiny black eyes, with semi-transparent skin that made it look oddly underdeveloped. Even after experts checked the footage, scientists couldn't identify it. It didn't match any known species, leaving its true identity a mystery. This is Chris, an experienced ghost hunter and dedicated paranormal investigator. In this video, he goes on a spooky adventure, setting up camp along the notorious Purgatory Road, a place famous for its paranormal activity.
Spirit Talker is on. Hello? Like, I want to look, but I don't, you know what I'm saying? Kind of creepy. Out, but 11. It's after 11. That is the time. We're in that hour right now, which is very strange. What are you trying to tell me? Swear to God, something just hissed at me.
Who just hissed at me? I'm not going down there. Screw that. All right. That was freaky. That was real freaky. Show you guys. I'm not like. It's like a growl hiss or something. That could be wrong. All right. All right. All right. All right. It's gonna have me walking backwards here for a second. That was weird. Camera's not focusing. Please focus. Please focus, camera. Oh, I hit the record button on accident, so I guess we'll keep going with it. No, I didn't. Alright, I keep hearing footsteps behind me. There's something in the woods moving. It sounded like you might have breathed into my little device here, but again, I invite anything out here to please come talk into my device. I'll be able to hear what you say. You don't have to talk super loud, just whisper into my device, please. Get a lot of names. I don't always buy into the names just because it's interesting that it's just, what do they mean, right? I don't know what these names are, who they are, what they were. What the f is that? The problem is that my car is that way. That could have easily been something like bird, animal.
Gertrude.
Could have been Gertrude. Doesn't really make sense, but
Be fearful.
be fearful. I am fearful. Don't you worry about that. Don't you worry about that. It's like interesting to do stuff like this by yourself, and I always tell myself I'm never gonna do it. But when Dylan and TJ are both busy, what choice do I have? So here I am.
As Chris shares his initial thoughts on camera, the quiet of the night is suddenly broken by a strange, unsettling noise.
Okay, something right there in the woods. Mabel? Hi, Mabel. What are you, and why do you keep trying to scare me? Something is literally walking in the woods. I don't know what direction it's coming from, but something's walking in the woods. I just don't feel comfortable.
Hiding in his car, Chris keeps his camera rolling and his light steady, ready to capture any unusual activity.
What the f is that? Hello? What the
After capturing these strange, unexpected encounters, Chris departs from Purgatory Road. While out hiking, a group spotted a really weird snail, one that wasn't acting like a normal snail. A parasite had taken control, even making it look like a caterpillar to lure birds. The snail basically becomes a puppet, making it an easy target so the parasite can finish its life cycle. Luckily, this only happens to snails, not humans, but the idea of a parasite taking over a brain is still pretty creepy. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.